How is everybody doing this fine Friday afternoon, 1 p.m.? I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope everybody had a fabulous week. I just got done with one of my shorter workouts for the week. It was about 25 minutes of all dumbbells nonstop. Feel very good. I thought the guys were going to be joining me, but I think that they had something pop up. So it's just going to be me, and I wanted to talk about this topic. That Lindsay with an A, you can find her channel at That Lindsay with an A. Her and I talk online on Twitter, and she sent me this talking about how she wondered how this was going to affect the mukbang channels, like all the eating channels on YouTube, right? And I'm pretty interested to read this. It's the new Terms of Service Agreement, the Terms of Service Agreement update for YouTube. Now, I have said for quite a while, I've been a very outspoken advocate that, frankly, the YouTube breaks their own terms of service agreement already by monetizing and pushing these types of what is very clearly self-harming eating disorder behavior. Like Nikado Avocado, hungry fat chick who she's done a lot. She's on her, like, she's trying to get healthy now, but Nikado Avocado, and I heard he lost a bunch of weight. I couldn't give a fuck less about that kid at all. But they made lots and lots of money from binge eating, like videoing themselves binge eating food, like actually binge eating. And that is self-harming behavior. And it is Foodie Beauty is another one. Amberlynn Reed is another one. Like the most watched videos that they have, the most watched videos that they have are the ones where they're, these 400, 500-pound people who are very clearly not in the right fucking state of mind, very clearly hurting themselves on a daily basis with food. And then we're watching them eat tons of fucking food online, like it's very fucked up. And then YouTube not only monetizes it, but YouTube puts it into the suggested feed for people. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Somebody just asked me, what about channels like Eric the Electric? I've never watched his channel. People have mentioned him to me before, but I have never watched his channel. From what I understand, he eats a fucking shit ton of food. Anybody that is binge eating, I don't care how much they fucking weigh, if they are eating thousands and thousands of calories at one sitting, that is binge eating behavior. And when you look at the entire country and the world, the most prominent eating disorder is binge eating disorder. It is just the one that's not spoken about at all. But it is not. They avoid talking about it in the terms of service agreements of almost every social media feed, because they want to be able to monetize the video, because the video is selling the product of many of their very serious advertisers. And the end result helps their other advertisers, because most of their advertising revenue comes from food and pharma. I mean, put two and two together, people. This is not conspiracy theory when it's just blatantly 100% at face value true. It's ridiculous. And somebody just said, Dreamcatchers just said, binge eating is normalized and glorified in the USA. I've been saying for a while, the problem with America is our culture. Our culture is rotten to the core. Our culture has become extremely weak, very weak people. People in their fields worried about their fucking trauma. Like, life sucks, buy a helmet. Like, I've said that for a while. Candace Owens just recently said that to people, but I've been saying that for a while. Life sucks, buy a fucking helmet. Like, I don't want to hear about your fucking trauma. I couldn't give a fuck less. That's a you problem. I hate to sound like that dude, but your trauma is not reason for you to disproportionately burden society. Like, because you have trauma, I shouldn't have to subsidize your fucking health care because you can't stop eating. Like, that's how the fuck does that work? I feel bad for you. I wish you the best, but I shouldn't have to subsidize the long-term effects of you not dealing with your trauma. I shouldn't have to my tax money shouldn't have to fucking help you pay for that. I just don't fucking believe so. I believe you should have personal responsibility, I was a size 2 and a binge eater eventually catches up. It eventually does catch up. It catches up to everybody eventually. Now, I'm going to go, and we'll do a long Q&A here, but I'm going to go to the YouTube page right now. Boom. And this is from YouTube Help. Suicide, self-harm, and eating disorder policy. The safety of our creators, viewers, and partners is our highest priority. I call bullshit. I call super bullshit. They could not give a fuck less about creators and their fucking safety. They absolutely couldn't. They would not monetize prank channels then. People pranking other people, because the reality is it did not take a rocket scientist to figure out that people were eventually going to end up, catching some lead. I mean, ridiculous. They don't care. They should not monetize other people as a prank, terrorizing other people. I don't believe that. YouTube cares about your motherfucking money. If they cared about the welfare of people, they wouldn't have been silencing well-renowned scientists when they were saying that the pandemic virus was literally not much more dangerous, if any more dangerous at all, than the seasonal flu. But they did, and they were proven wrong. So they don't give a fuck. It's money. We look at each of you to help us protect the unique and varied community. It's important you understand the community guidelines and the roles they play in our shared responsibility to keep YouTube safe. Take the time to carefully read the policy below. You can check out this page for a full list of guidelines. So we're going to open that page up too and keep it. But what I can tell you, by the way, is YouTube often radically changes their terms of service agreement, and they often radically change the algorithm as to what channels they reward. It is almost impossible as a YouTube creator to find a way to, in fact, stay on their good graces unless you are one of the very large channels and they have an inside track for you. On April 18th, we updated the eating disorder policy to better protect the community from sensitive content that may pose a risk to some audiences. We may remove imitatable content, age-restrict content, or show a crisis resolution panel on videos about eating disorders and self-harm topics. The below policy is an update with these changes. You can learn more about this approach at this blog post. So we're going to read this. At YouTube, we take the health and well-being of creators, blah, 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 all the lies again. However, we do not allow content on YouTube that promotes suicide, self-harm, or eating disorders. That is intended to shock or disgust, or that poses a considerable risk to viewers, right? So I just want to point out one thing real quick, right? I am going to do a find on this page thing, and I'm going to put binge. Do you know how many times the word binge comes up on this page? 0. So that is not a good sign to begin with. What to do if this is your content? What to do if you find this content? If you believe someone is in danger, get in touch with your local emergency services for help. Flag the video to bring it to our attention. If you find yourself being negatively affected by any mental health, suicide, self-harm, or eating disorder-related content you come across, know that there is support available and you're not alone. In this next section, you can find a list of resources to contact for organizations that can offer advice for general guidance, blah, blah, blah. What do you do if you need support? Here's for suicide and self-harm. I like that they did this. This is very good. Eating disorder resources. I like that they did this, although Neta is fucking full of shit most of the time. Neta is not, they're full of fucking shit most of the time. Community guidelines for posting suicide, self-harm, or eating disorder-related content. YouTube users should not be afraid to speak openly about the topics of mental health, suicide, or self-harm, and eating disorders in a supportive and non-harmful way. However, there are times when content is created that is sensitive and may pose a risk for some users. When you create content that contains suicide, self-harm, or eating disorder-related topics, take into account the positive negative impact of your content on other users, especially minors and users who may be sensitive to this content. To protect and support your viewers and others, please follow the community guidelines below when creating content related to suicide, self-harm, and eating disorder. Not following these community guidelines may result in a strike, removal of your content, and other restrictions to protect users. This community guidelines policy applies to videos, video descriptions, comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product or feature. Keep in mind that this isn't a complete list. Please note that these policies also apply to external links in your content. This can include clickable URLs, verbally directed users to other sites, as well as other forms. Do not post the following content: content that is content promoting or glorifying suicide, self-harm, or eating disorders. Glorifying obesity is a big fucking thing. They have a little fucking song about it. And I'm sorry, but Nikocado Avocado sitting and eating 4,000 calories worth of fucking ramen noodle is glorifying binge eating. It is glorifying binge eating. Instructions on how to die, engage in self-harm, or engage in eating disorder, including how to conceal them. Again, I got this. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this. All of that should be demonetized. Content related to suicide, self-harm, and eating disorder that is targeted at minors. Nikocado Avocado. Graphic images of self-harm, eating 4,000 calories. Visuals of body of suicide victims, blah, blah, blah. Videos leading up to suicide. Content showing participation in the instructions of suicide, self-harm. Challenges, Momo challenge, Blue Whale, I don't even know what those are. Content features weight-based bullying in the context of eating disorders. In some cases, we may restrict rather than remove suicide, self-harm, and eating disorder content if this means one or more of the following criteria, by placing an age restricting or warning or a crisis resource panel on it. Content that is meant to be educational, documentary, scientific, and artistic. Content for the public interest. Graphic content that is sufficiently blurred. Dramatizations on script or scripted content, which include but is not limited to animations, video games, music videos, and clips. Detailed discussion of suicide and self-harm methods. Graphic description of self-harm and suicide. Eating disorder recovery content that includes details which may be triggering to at-risk viewers. So if eating disorder recovery content is triggering and it could be seen as good, like, why would we post the shit that might trigger them? I just don't fucking understand. Let's see. Do not sensationalize language or dramatic visuals. Provide content by avoiding how the victim died. Suicide. It's almost all related to suicide. What happens if you violate the policy? It's their normal 3 strikes, you're out. And was that post helpful? Not really. Okay. So let's take another look at their next thing they got going on. Let's see. This is spam and deceptive practices, sensitive content. And it leads you right back to this. I bet you it leads you right back to it. Yep, it leads you right back to this. It's a circular thing. And that's nice. That's nice. Notice how they did not mention binge eating at all. They in no way mentioned binge eating whatsoever. Let's see if it's on this page, if they mentioned it at all. Nope. So here's my thoughts. This isn't going to include binge eating. They're not going to demonetize a fuck thing. If anything, it's going to come back on people like me who talk about, like, don't be fat because it's fucking bad for you, even though it's actually factual. If anything, they'll take it, to that length where if you talk about a person, hey, you're fat, you should lose weight, they're going to say that that's harmful and they're going to delete that more than anything. So if they do, you guys know to follow me on Twitter, follow me on, I'll start Rumble back up. Rumble is just not user friendly by any fucking stretch of the imagination. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime quickly. Frankly, I'm surprised. Like, even the fucking video yesterday with woman having her vagina burnt off by Ozempic was fucking monetized. I'm fucking blown away. I'm totally shocked. The word vagina is in the fucking title and it's fucking monetized. I was completely shocked. But I don't believe YouTube's going to demonetize any, like, Nikocado Avocado or any of them, because they're very good for selling fast food, Burger King, McDonald's, all the bullshit. They help advertise them. So they're not going to demonetize them at all whatsoever. Same reason like they don't demonetize prank channels. If they demonetize prank channels, there wouldn't be fucking prank channels. And these people wouldn't be fucking, out there getting themselves hurt and risking getting other people hurt. It makes very clear sense to me. But I don't think that that's how it's going to be. I really don't think that they're going to make those changes. I think that if anything, these things will remain exactly how it is. They're not viewing binge eating as society is going to avoid the topic of binge eating as long as it can, or not necessarily society, but the mainstream media, social media is going to avoid binge eating topic as long as they can, because they get a lot of money from both the items that are binged upon and the treatments for the end result. I mean, it's just factual. Until that changes, it's just the way it is. We should not allow pharmaceutical advertising in America. Like, Crystal and I watched multiple commercials the other day for different drugs that I've never heard of. And they say, ask your doctor. You know, they didn't say what the drug even fucking did. Most of the commercials don't even say what the drug does or what it's for. You're just supposed to ask your doctor about it. Like, they don't even say what it's fucking for most of the time. It's just, we've reached a stage of complete, like, oh, will this drug help? Will that drug help? Will this drug help? Will that drug help? It's so fucking ridiculous. But let's see, that deranged bunny, like Facebook using the site as feeder fodder, but YouTube looks the other way. Yep, absolutely. A few minutes late, but here, just finished up my own food for the day. Good for you. Binge eating is slow suicide. Shy, it absolutely is. Raw, hi everyone. As of this morning, I'm down 20 pounds. I still have 50 to go, but I'm feeling better already. That is outstanding. Everybody congratulate this woman. Great fucking job, Raw. Great job. But isn't eating yourself to 500 pounds slow suicide? Yes, it is. That's what I'm saying is, like, they're not going to view it that way. They're still going to, like, YouTube has policies against misinformation, but yet people will say you can't say a morbidly obese person is unhealthy, even though all the data and all the recent studies show that we shouldn't even be using the term metabolically healthy obese person, because that's just a snapshot. And even if they're metabolically healthy, their heart is still under much greater duress, as well as all of their joints, and they're still in a highly inflammatory state. We should never consider a morbidly obese person healthy. Being morbidly obese is 100% of the fucking time unhealthy, if for no other reason than gravity exists. Like, get there faster, for real. Great job. Oh yeah, great job, Ra. The thumbnail made me queasy. I hate that motherfucker. I can't stand him. What a punk ass bitch. They don't tell you what the drug does, but we'll wrap the long list of side effects. Well, they have to do that, which I'm shocked that they still have to do that. Although they didn't have to do that for the emergency use authorization jibby jab. They didn't. That should have been at the end of every single one. It almost is like they got people used to having to hear about all the side effects at the end of every pharmaceutical ad, and then since they didn't do it for the jibby jab, it made it appear that it didn't have any side effects. You know, but. All right, guys, so ask any questions you want. We will do a decent Q&A, and then I'm going to relax until Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday at some point in time for a live, but I am very, very, very much looking forward to just chilling out with Crystal the rest of the day. And tomorrow we have a live for the people on our app, which, by the way, you can join our app and join me for my live workouts, join Crystal for her live workouts. You can gift the app, 4 months of the app, to somebody else. Right here also, or we have a couple slots open for 3 months coaching, and we have like 1 or 2 slots open for 6 months coaching. And our coaching is daily communication and weekly video conferences. We help you adjust your current lifestyle bit by bit by bit. So, and that is a fabulous price for it. That is like under the 6 month coaching is under $70 a month. That's crazy good. So please do check that out. If you are having trouble with the holidays, you should, if you think you're gonna have trouble with the holidays, you should get coaching now, because chances are the slots will already be full by the time Thanksgiving rolls around. They don't know about the side effects of something they didn't test. Very good point. Very good point. And Cassiana, how are you doing? All right, guys. ask any questions you can. And if questions don't come in, I'm probably just going to call it early because I was live earlier today. And then I was live on Instagram for a little bit. And I filmed a few videos that I'm going to release later today. And, and then I did consultations already today, but I've had a full day already. So I'm ready to be done and chilled, relaxed with Crystal. Sadly, you will be demonetized earlier than people who eat themselves to death. One of my favorite YouTubers got demonetized for settling unhealthy beauty standards. He was going to the gym. It will happen. It has happened before. They've demonetized most of my videos before. I don't care about YouTube money. I basically never set us up to need YouTube money. Even when the channel was crushing it, we didn't depend upon that money. YouTube to me is a way to get my message across. As far as I'm concerned, if I could have a choice, if they would give me a choice of they'd remove the shadow ban, but I couldn't monetize anything, I would absolutely fucking take that. 100%. I would absolutely fucking take it. So, should we take 2 alchemy or should we take 4 total? You take 4 total, 2 capsules 2 times a day, which thank you for reminding me. I gotta take mine. I appreciate you. Even Daily Swole got kicked off YouTube for a week. I mean, I've been kicked off for weeks and weeks at a time. I mean, it happens, especially when you don't play by their ball. What's up? Do you think they will remove anything as a result of the TOS change? What about YouTube like Eugenia Cooney? Well, I have a hard, here's my thing. If you remove Eugenia Cooney, who doesn't actually show herself not eating, she shows herself doing other shit, right? So I don't know. My 2nd gallon of water today. I'm almost done. Well, halfway done. But I frankly don't think she should be removed. I really don't. I mean, if they remove her, they should remove a bunch of fucking other people who are the opposite, who do the opposite shit. Bunch. Bunch. Let's see. Hi, what specifically different should I do losing weight when I'm 56? It doesn't work like it used to. I just ordered Nomo and Alchemy. It actually does work exactly how it used to. Age has very little to do with your basal metabolic rate. Even if you look at the equation, it has extremely little to do with it. And that is normally only because of hormonal changes. If you eat healthily and your hormones are good, I would have your hormones checked. I would. But, it's the same principle. Eat whole foods, get plenty of hydration, get good sleep, get good stress relief, 30 minutes a day of sleep prep, 30 minutes a day of stress relief, and just work yourself a little bit every day. You should be moving every single day. Try to set your calorie range somewhere where the base calories you go under is your ideal weight times 10. And then your max calorie range is your ideal weight times 12. And then if you need to increase at the end, you can increase at the end, but it really works quite the same, Now it might work a little differently because you're feeling older and you don't feel as mobile, but if the more you move, the more mobile you'll feel. Talk to your doctor to make sure you don't have any injuries or anything like that, So some of these content creators have no imagination. Exactly. I mean, technically she does show herself not eating. I know, but you know what I'm saying? She doesn't talk about it. Her audience talks about it just because it's her audience talks about it, and they should, because it is frightening to fucking see her. Eugenia Cooney, it's frightening to fucking turn her channel on. I feel horrible for her and disgusted by her all at the same time. However, fast forward to Tess Holiday, feel horrible for her and disgusted by her at the same time, while she's also a fucking horrific person. You know what I mean? People should, the biggest problem in society is that we know Eugenia Cooney is unhealthy and everybody knows that Tess Holiday is unhealthy. We just pretend that Tess Holiday is good looking when she's not. It's disgusting. It's just sick. I mean, she looks diseased. She looks like she's fucking ill. You know, it's not attractive. I don't like. I'm sorry, but reality exists. You know, I mean, not everybody needs to be viewed as attractive. She's not. She looks like a fucking plimp. You know, Eugenia looks like a skeleton. It's not attractive. Sorry for saying it out loud if that hurts your fifis, but reality does exist. And it's not even that it's the reason they're unattractive is because they are hurting themselves daily. You know that they're hurting themselves daily. You know that their behaviors are harmful to themselves. So that makes it ugly to begin with. And then the physical outcome of either being emaciated to the point where you look like a skeleton or so fucking enlarged it looks like you can't wipe your own ass. Those are unattractive visually. So by action and visuals, it's not attractive. And if you disagree, seek fucking help. If you disagree with that, seek fucking help. You've got a fetish. You don't have attraction. You've got a fucking fetish, you know? Imagine if Eugenia Cooney, what I eat in a day video, water, air, and my own muscle mass. Be demonetized like that. Here with my personal trainer, you on the Bluetooth. He loves, he's loving your content. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. They want us to live in a Mary Fran world. Mary Fran's another one. Like everybody pretends like this woman is like leading her best life. This woman cries, like fake cries every other fucking day and is clearly out of breath talking. It's fucking crazy. My neighbor just passed away today. I'm very sorry to hear that. She was in her 90s and she walked every single day. Sorry to hear she passed away, but it sounds like she led a good life. Having both feet in a grave is very unattractive. I agree with that. I wonder how underweight she actually is. Eugenia? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because I'm pretty good at guessing people that are fat, but underweight people, I don't think I can guess at. Like she looks like she weighs like 50 fucking pounds to me. I mean, it's tragic. It's super tragic, you know? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right, I forgot to take my Immortal this morning, so I'm taking that right now. Gotta get my vitamins. All right, boom. All right, guys, ask any other questions you want before I leave up on out of this motherfucker. And call it a day. Because I am the healthy variety of fat. Everyone loves me. Avocados. That's right. Yes. Okay. Give me 1 second. Did you see my puppy? I'm obsessed. I think I did see it. In the chat. I did. Is a plateau a sign to adjust calories? You mean a weight loss plateau or weight gain plateau? Because that's, there's two. But give me a sec. If it's a weight loss one, here's the thing. If you stop losing weight, that means you've reached homeostasis. Now, don't get me wrong. It could be a matter that you are, like just retaining fluid or whatever. Like that's why I'm not big on having people, weigh more than every 2 weeks, because if a plateau, I'm talking like a month. Okay. But you really, really, really should just like think about like, okay, if I'm satiated and satisfied on this food, can I lose 100 to 200 calories here and there? If you're not at the calories you would be to like lose weight, like to lose weight and keep it off for good, then I would suggest you're going to have to get there eventually, and you might as well make the switch. To me, that's the best thing you could possibly do. Okay, give me a second. Okay, there we go. Clean coffee recommendations. I don't have any. I really don't. We're switching to chaga. I don't have any clean coffee recommendations. How come Nomo isn't in a bundle on Tiger Fitness? Tiger Fitness doesn't bundle stuff normally, or they don't bundle anything else besides MTS stuff. But I'll talk to Mark. I'll see what I can do. I got to gift my brother 3 months of the app. Hopefully he won't be offended. I do have him taking No Morbidity. Chandra, here is the link. Right here. I do have him taking No Morbidity. We can help him build the habits he needs though. Like people that are on No Morbidity, you still have to build healthy habits. Like, I mean, it's supposed to be used as a tool for you to build healthy habits in a state of managed hunger. That's all it's meant to do. So I do OMAD and take 2 Alchemy at that meal. Should I take the other 2 on just an empty stomach or add a snack with it? Empty stomach's fine. I just took mine on empty stomach. And loss, like I said, you probably do. If you reach homeostasis and you've been stalled for a month or so, I would suggest that you do need to adjust. I would suggest you do. Just do 150 calories. And what you do is you try to adjust that. If you're drinking any calories, cut those first, and then try to cut the rest from your largest carbohydrate portion. Keep your protein the same. Just wanted to say hi. I'm 103 days, no binge, free today, and down 30 pounds. Still have 80 to go, but I'm happy with my progress and happy to catch you live. That is fucking awesome. 103 days, no binge. Just keep going. That weight will eventually just come on off. Avoid the binge eatings. Treat it like it's alcoholism. I'm telling you, that is the fucking way. That is the way. Brian Barwick. Hey, Alan, I've been looking at No Morbidity. Does it slow gastric emptying to make you feel satiated longer? No, it does not. It does not slow gastric emptying. What it does is it works on the biological mechanism of creating ghrelin in your stomach. Like it kind of blunts that mechanism so your stomach doesn't create as much ghrelin. And you feel fuller faster too. So no, it does not slow gastric emptying. Slowing gastric emptying can be a little dangerous because then it can cause bowel obstructions and stuff like that, just for what it's worth. Brian, it's a great product. I've been taking it for over a year. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I've been taking it for 2 years. So did I hear you say you can take 4 Alchemy a day? Yes, you take 2. This is Alchemy. You take 2. I take 2 at midday. I just took my 2. And then I'll take 2 more right before my evening meal. Which I don't even know what the fuck we're eating today. I love that Alan changed for himself and his family. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I hate that old fat motherfucker that I used to be. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. How do you deal with an increase in appetite from increased activity? I don't have one. I really don't. First of all, if you increase activity, you should be increasing your hydration a little bit. That's one of the ways you first meet it, by the way. So if you increase your activity, you should add another probably liter of fluid to you. All right. So that can help, satiate you quite a bit. And then if you do have increased hunger of any kind, since you're being more active, start with another half portion of protein and then try to manage it that way. But you don't need to add a whole bunch of extra food. Just try to add an extra half portion of protein and another liter of fluid and move on. Using the Holy Trinity and only eating OMAD, but had hamburgers and fries for dinner and could only eat half of my burger and a few fries. Thank you, Ellen. Dory, thank you very much. Make sure you're getting enough protein in you, okay? Make sure you're getting enough protein. I just read the label. I've been wrong all this time. Better kick it up. Oh, well, now you get to take more. Awesome. Thanks for the response, man. Brian, my pleasure, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the questions about it. Yesterday on my gym trip, I averaged a speed of 6.9 on the treadmill, 7.5 for about 3/4. Love that my knee let me know. That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Great fucking job too. I used to take Nomo in the mornings with breakfast. It allowed me to skip lunch, but I wasn't because I wasn't hungry. That made a big difference. It is an amazing supplement. It is the natural equivalent to Ozempic. I'm sorry. I personally feel that, YouTube. So before you fucking get after me, but patented ingredients, clinically tested human doses, human testing to show that it helps reduce waist circumference, reduce body mass, dampens hunger incredibly, and especially coupled with alchemy and ember, it's the holy trinity of weight loss. It's unmatched in supplementations, and frankly unmatched. If you ask, I have many clients right now, that had to stop taking Ozempic for either expense or because they couldn't stop throwing up or shitting themselves, and they are on, most of them are just on alchemy and no morbidity, and they'll add ember later, but they say it works better than the two of them together, works better than Ozempic ever did for them, and they get to enjoy their life because they're not either shitting or throwing up all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, not everybody has those side effects that's on it, but a lot of people have the side effects. It's like 1% of people have like gastroparesis. That could be 100,000 people soon, in the world. Like, that's fucking crazy. That could be 100,000 people in America soon. That's fucking crazy. People need to wake the fuck up. Thanks for the info. Just discovered you and Ambrosia. So excited to make some progress. El Halo, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Mixie Bryn, currently lifting at the gym after half an ember. Hell yes to that energy boost. No shit. No shit. It's an amazing product. When I started Alchemy, I just did 2 in the morning. Started with another 2 when I got home from work and noticed the difference. Outstanding. I do squats, but my deadlifting always makes my lower back hurt a bit. Don't either deadlift lighter and maybe look at your form. I don't know. That's literally such a vague statement. I don't even know what to say to it. So don't do that. My GastroMD will not allow me to be on Ozempic, but approve Nomo and Alchemy. Give them my number and tell them I said fucking thank you. No shit. That's fucking amazing. Renetta, seriously, tell them to get a hold of me. And I want to thank them very much. For real, that's fucking awesome. Ozempic, the new way to transition because it burns off the genitals. That was fucking, I can't even believe that's a fucking real thing. 1% is a high incidence rate for an adverse event. That's what I'm saying. And that's just the gastro shit. That's not including suicidal ideation. It's not including increased heart rate. It's not including other stuff. 1% is a fucking big deal. It really is. Will do. Thank you very much. And I'm very serious. Have them reach out to me. Renetta, you reach out to me. Let me know. Because I'm that hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. We need more doctors to do that. So. And we both like no morbidity a lot. That's awesome. Awesome. How is that approved by the FDA? Because FDA is the government arm of the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, they literally just approved a shot that they're suggesting to 6-month-old and up that was tested on 10 mice. Like 10 mice. It was tested on 10 mice. And they're telling everybody 6 months old and up to get it. While some countries in the world are banning it outright. They're saying 6 months old and up should get it. Get there faster, people. Using your advice and hitting the gym regularly, I lost over 50 pounds since June. Hell fucking yeah. Everybody congratulate Tom. You're awesome, dude. Awesome. My mom has a friend that was an Ozempic for type 2. Told them about alchemy. Hope they listen. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Hells to the yeah. Give me a second here. My alarm's about to go off. All right. That is awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. All right, guys. Finish up. Any last questions? And I am going to get running. I am ready to go hang out with Crystal. We've had a very, very, very busy week. She started up the new challenge, and I feel like I've barely been able to fucking see her all week. She has been literally working non-motherfucking stop. Hardest working woman I know. So fucking amazing. But I am ready to go hang out with her. So you guys don't have any other questions, I will talk to you all on Sunday. Tomorrow's my day off. Don't bother me, motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. Bother me if you want. I hope everybody has a great day. God damn.